In lieu of our typical enrollment sessions, this year we'll be offering enrollment videos.
Hello, my name is Joanne Basili, and I am the Communications Coordinator at the FCCPS. One of my primary responsibilities at the school is our annual enrollment and lottery process, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about that today. One of my favorite things to do each year is to host parents for a series of 2 information sessions where you can hear from our teachers and staff, but obviously due to COVID, that's not possible this year.
I encourage all applicants to closely read our posted enrollment policy. You'll find answers to your most commonly asked enrollment questions there. Let's talk a little bit about the enrollment process itself. There are 3 types of enrollment preferences. The first is sibling preference. That would be for an applicant who already has a sibling currently enrolled and attending our school. The next is a regional applicant. That is an applicant who lives within our region, and I will post here the towns that are considered in the region. The final enrollment preference type is a non-regional applicant. That is an applicant who does not have a sibling currently attending our school and does not live in any of our regional towns. These applicants must live within the state of Massachusetts. We cannot accept applicants from any other state.
During this year's Enrollment Lottery, we will accept 96 students for kindergarten, and all other students applying for grades 1 through 8 will receive a waiting list position. At this time, we are fully enrolled for our grades 1 through 8 next year. However, that can change towards the end of the school year. So at the time of the lottery, all applicants for grades 1 through 8 would receive a waiting list number, and then we would backfill from the waiting list in the order established at the lottery for any openings that may occur between the time of the lottery and the start of the school year. In this section of the video, I wanted to go over a few of the most frequently asked questions that we have during our enrollment period. The first and very most common question is that people would be applying for either twins or multiples or siblings of different grade levels, and they want to know what happens if one sibling is accepted and the other sibling is waitlisted. And I'll tell you that is actually quite common. And the deal is, unfortunately, our enrollment policy does not link applications. So each application goes in as an individual application and is not tied to the results of any other application. So what would happen in that instance if you had one student accepted and one student waitlisted? On the day that the accepted student actually sits in their first day of class, on the first day of school next year, their waiting sibling on the wait list would have a wait list adjustment. That adjustment process does not take place until next fall, when the accepted student is actually seated in their classroom and recorded in attendance. And then we adjust the wait list accordingly. So unfortunately, yes, it is possible to apply for multiple students in your home and have some accepted and some waitlisted. The next question that is really the most commonly asked during enrollment has to do with the age of acceptance for kindergarten, and I'm going to read this directly off of our enrollment policy. It states that the kindergarten entrance age is 5 by August 31st of the year of entry. The age of entry for first grade is 6 by August 31st of the year of entry, and BFCCPS will request reasonable proof of age related to this requirement. I just wanted to mention that we have absolutely no flexibility with this policy. It is completely firm and we cannot make any exceptions. I understand this is disappointing, and I know that parents ask it every single year, and we have absolutely no flexibility on this. It is a firm policy. Another question that I'm asked every year is, what are my child's chances of securing a space? What are my chances? What are my odds? And again, for kindergarten, we will accept 96 students. The chances will really depend on how many applications we get, and from year to year, I really have no way of knowing how many that might be. In a traditional year, that's usually at least 200 applications, but this year I really don't have any way of knowing whether the numbers will be higher than that or lower than that. As for Students seeking enrollment at the other grades, for 1st through 8th grade, we will be offering only waitlists at this point, and spaces that become available, I have no way to quantify how many that might be. It really depends on someone deciding that they aren't coming back, or moving out of the district, or moving to homeschool their child, or deciding to put their child in private school. And even in a traditional year, there's really no way for me to have any benchmark as far as how many students might not be coming back. And in a year like this, really anything can happen. So I encourage you to place an application. That gives you at least a spot on the waiting list. And unfortunately, I have no way of knowing how deep that wait list might go in any given year, but especially not this year. Another question that I'm often asked is whether we provide services for IEPs and 504s or EL services. And the answer is yes. BFCCPS offers services under our Student Services Department. The mission of the Student Services Office is to minimize the impact of disabilities and other challenges, and to maximize the opportunities for all students in the curriculum. I encourage you to visit this page on our website for more information. Please know that our lottery process is completely blind to any of this information. When filling out an application, you'll notice that there is no need to disclose any personal information regarding your student's 504, IEP, or EL status. Unfortunately, we're not offering building tours this year to ensure the safety and health of our students, faculty, and staff. Here are a few photos from last year. You'll also find a link to a photo gallery from last year on our enrollment page at bfccps.org/info. Updates to our gym construction project are also posted on Facebook. As a reminder, our application deadline is February 24th by 4 p.m., and the Enrollment Lottery takes place on March 3rd.
We invite you to learn more and even apply now at bfccps.org/info.